What? So it's Sunday, and we had church this morning, and our Bible study class is led by our pastor, and he really does a good job. One of the best Sunday school classes I've had, because he doesn't just go over, I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't just give you Bible verses and stuff. He gives you a lot of background, a lot of stuff that was going on, historical perspective and whatnot. So it's really, it's not just this is what the Bible says, this is how you should interpret it, blah, blah, blah. He gives a really good, what? He's looking, I don't even know what that dude said. That was crazy. But he gives a lot of perspective on the Bible itself, the stories and the verses and whatnot. And right now we're going through the 7 letters to the churches in the book of Revelation, which Revelation is a book that a lot of people avoid, a lot of Christians avoid. I don't know, I always assumed it had to do with all the kind of odd imagery and the because it's not a something that you could just read and understand for the most part. So I always thought that people were real scared about the imagery of the 7 seals and the stars and the sword for the mouth and whatnot. So I was just under the assumption that it was just, okay, we just don't know how to interpret this. We don't know how to take this. Okay, I'll take that. It's fine, whatever. That's pretty down there. But today's episode, but today's class was a little different, and we've been going over the different letters to the different churches, and it's a little more cut and dried. It's a lot more understandable. There's not so much imagery in that one. But I think I figured out why Christians aren't real big on the book of Revelation. It's not so much the cryptic imagery so much, but the fact that it kind of shines a light on ourselves. And most of the letters, Jesus is talking, and he says to the different churches, like, hey, you guys are doing good in this area, but you guys need to work on other stuff. Oh, hello. Ferrari. There used to be a bowling alley. Bicycle sports shop. So I got a little different perspective today in the book of Revelation, and it's that it really is, it shines a light on who we are and how we fail to live up to being people of Jesus. So and that's the first time I've ever done it. I've never really, there's another, no, maybe, I don't know what that was. But yeah, I think the book of Revelation, at least the first couple chapters that we're in right now, really highlights the things that we fail at as Christians. Today it was the church of Thyatira, I believe it was. I wrote it down. But it says, hey, you guys are doing great. You're doing better now than you did when you first started. And that's awesome, except you guys are allowing someone to worship false gods, and you can't allow that. You gotta stop that. Gotta shut it down. You guys are doing the good work, so keep it up. Just get rid of that one lady. Actually, he says don't worry about her. I'm gonna end her, basically. So I just got a really good perspective on it. I don't know if you guys read Revelation, what your ideas on it, but in my experience, the New Testament basically is kind of a feel-good book. You know, here's Jesus doing all these wonderful things for the poor, the unfortunate, the ill, you know, doing all these wonderful miracles, all these looking out for the lesser, and putting the privilege in their places, you know. Which is admirable, you know. Hey, you call yourself a Christian, but you're not doing this, you know. The rich man who kept all the laws but couldn't give up his riches and follow Jesus, you know. So it's, I mean, the rest of the New Testament is a very good, feel-good kind of thing. It's and that's kind of what it is. And then you get to the Revelation, you're like, oh, he's talking about how he's gonna, you know, he's not as nice there. He's like, yeah, you guys are doing good, but you need to change. You got to make these changes in order to continue doing my work, you know, setting them straight. So that was a very eye-opening experience today, just because it gave me a different, you know, perspective on the book itself. So I'm just cruising down here. Need to get gas before I go back home. There's the broken spoke monument. That used to be all by itself out here. But look, apartment complexes and all kinds of stuff over here.